What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. I made good on a promise this week that I would get blinds sorted. I got them, so I'm going to show you them. Don't laugh, don't laugh. I can feel you already chuckling. I did the best I could. I put a towel, like, see that? As genius that is. I did it. I didn't say it would be official, fully functional working blinds. I said I would get a blind and that, you know, is done all right. I made some profit, boys, on the ones to watch. That Morata that I've got, we'll talk about him in a second. Ben Arthur scored 2 goals for PSG. I knew he won't get an inform for it because it was a cup game, but through the hype, his price went up to like 55, 56k, and I managed to sell him on for that after buying him for about 41k. So we made some good profit on him, and I was more than happy to get rid of him because he doesn't get enough game time at PSG, so it's unlikely that there will be a better opportunity to sell him, get our money back and make some profit. But this Morata was a huge win for me. When I bought the ones to watch cards, I tried my best to buy as many fresh as possible. And because my Morata is fresh, he was selling for about 80,000 coins, and 2 people just were on a bidding war for this Morata, and I managed to get 102,000 coins for him, which is amazing. He may well go up to 110,000 if he gets an inform, because it was a Wednesday game. I'm unsure if that will count towards next week's informs or not. Like EA are very sporadic with how they do or don't do those things, but good profit back, boys. Morata, we made about 50,000 coins on. Ben Arthur, we made about 10,000 coins on. And although we had to hold on to them for far longer than I would have thought or would have hoped, it worked out for the best, which is fantastic. On the screen right now, guys, is a team that we are taking into some D1 games today. And what you'll notice about today is that I haven't even done the second part of the video yet, but today is about redoing the whole team, starting again. Today is about starting again. The reason why it's about starting again, I'll explain more when we go to the live section. But basically, I'm lost. You know what I mean? Like I've tried a new formation here today. I went to Division 1. I took a couple of beatings, and I was like, yeah, this formation just not for me. I need to start. I need to like wipe everything, start a brand new team, custom tactics, player instructions, just start everything again, and build a team that's going to suit me for my style of play to hopefully allow me to get back into the elite tier of FUT Champs. Not that we've been out of it. In the last 3 weeks, we hit it twice. You know what I mean? Like it's not that bad. It's not that serious. I'm doing all right. I've only got 4 comments for today because the gameplay section is only about 12 minutes long. So Omar says, "Hey Nep, hey Omar, you've asked about this a few times, so I contacted EA 3 times. And each time was told that work rates always override instructions, but don't believe anything EA say, like so Nep can see and discuss." And first things first, if it was the EA chat team that told you this, I wouldn't believe it. Even if they had told you that instructions override work rates, I still wouldn't believe that, because they do not actually work for EA. They read off of a sheet of information that they're given. They have like frequently asked question answers, and something like a frequently asked question would be something like what you've asked them. They don't actually know or play the game. They're not well versed in FIFA, specifically Ultimate Team, so I wouldn't necessarily believe it. But I still do want like more definitive information over what works, because again, I'll say it and I'll pose it to those that are out there that might be in the know. If you have a central defensive midfielder and he has high attacking work rate, but you set him to stay back while attacking, what does he do? Because his work rate suggests that he goes up with the team, but his instructions say that he stays back with the team. So what does he do? I want to know. Jonas says, "Hey Nep, I think when you complete marquee matchups, you should be able to predict the scores from these games. And if you predict it correctly, you should get the same reward as you get when you completed the SBC for the game that you predicted correctly. Would like to hear your opinion about that." Genius. I haven't seen many ideas that I've not thought of myself in comment sections or on Twitter or on Reddit and so on and so forth. There's a lot of I love FIFA, right? I breathe, live FIFA Ultimate Team. Like I want the best for this game, and even when I complain about certain aspects of this game, it's only because I want it to be better. And so off the back of that, I'm always thinking what could be improved in this game. I've never once thought that like the Super 6 on Soccer Saturday, that something like this could be a marquee matchup. How genius would that be? So when you complete like when you actually complete the SBC, let's say there was one for Arsenal Man City, which I think there might have been. So you complete the team, you submit it. As you submit it, you click yes, and then it takes you to the next little mini screen that says predict the score. You predict the score, and boom. If you get it right, you get a bonus pack, an extra one. Of course, that score prediction would have to run out before the game started, obviously, otherwise everyone would just get bonus packs. But I think that's a phenomenal idea. As I say, something that I've not considered before, something I've never seen before, and something that would be just a little bit more fun, wouldn't it? It would just be a little bit of fun. Like, just, you know, potential to win a few packs by guessing the scores correctly. Why the hell not? Big Dave New. What a name, Big Dave. He says, hi Nep. Hi Dave. Hi Big Dave. Big Dave, we'll go with Big Dave. I thought of an idea regarding duplicates. Basically, there would be a separate storage place called something like Swaps. I haven't really thought of a name, but Swaps came from when I used to collect match attacks, and the ones I already had in my collection that I packed developed a huge pile called Swaps, which I would then trade with my friends. Anyways, I thought it'd be a great idea because it would prevent you having to discard duplicates that are untradeable and could just be sent to the Swaps part of your club. This way it'd be good for SBCs, and you can go into Swaps and use swap cards so you know you won't need. It would also be good because it would prevent cards from clogging up the transfer list, as there was a 100 limit. Sorry the comment is quite long. I tried to summarise it as much as I can without getting my point across. I would love to hear your thoughts. Keep up the great content. And this, contrary to what we just talked about, this is something I've considered, I've asked for, I've lobbied for, I've spoken about in videos before. There needs to either be a holding centre for cards, or the ability to have more than one of the same card in your club at the same time. You can do it with special cards. You can have regular Ronaldo and Team of the Year Ronaldo, but you can't have two regular Ronaldos. Why is that? Well, the first thing would be because if you had two regular Ronaldos, or if you had the ability to hoard players like that, it would be a big shift in the market, because people with lots of coins could literally hoard more than 100 players. They could just buy, you know, if you had the coins to do so, you could buy up every single ones to watch Morata and just hold him and hold him and hold him. And when there's 100 space on the trade pile, that kind of limits your ability to do that. But for you, what you suggested, that's the same thing. If there was a section where you could just hold duplicates, it would be the same if somebody, because then somebody could buy up loads, which I don't necessarily think is an issue, but at the same time it could potentially be an issue. What I would maybe propose is that there is a section where you can have pack pooled players held. So every time you get a duplicate pack pool player, you can send it to the store, to the swap center, to the holding center, to the SBC center. You know, somewhere where you can keep those pack pool players. That would be quite nice. But in terms of like just straight duplicates, it's definitely something I think would be a good addition to the game. But when thinking about how it would be manipulated, people with a lot of coins would absolutely destroy the market by holding on to players just to stop other people from having them, and that would be a bad side to it. So there would have to be a bit of work done there to stop people from doing that. But in general, I definitely think it's a smart idea, because there's nothing worse than having to keep going back to my trade pile or buy other players and stuff for SBCs, when if I just had all of them in the club at the same time, I could use them as and when I wanted. And last but not least, Dieter Geret says, hi Nep, I want to ask you a simple question. When we get, for example, an ultimate pack for completing the daily birthday SBCs, should we hold on to it for team of the season? That, dude, is entirely your decision. I tried holding on to some packs for team of the season, and then for birthday came out and I opened them all and I got nothing, which was sad. And now I haven't done the BPL SBC for Harry Kane, and I've still got 10 of 20 to do on the Calcio A SBC, and I have a feeling the Bundesliga SBC is going to come soon, and all those packs that you get for winning those, I'm going to hold on to those. And I specifically haven't done them yet because I don't want to open the packs when something new comes out. So I'm waiting to do the SBCs completely until Team of the Season comes, so that I can get the packs all at once and open them all at once for Team of the Season. In terms of the 125k Ultimate Pack from the FUT Birthday stuff, you could hold on to it. EA have confirmed that it will still have FUT Birthday cards in it. And that would be interesting conundrum if there was a situation where you got an SBC card that also had a Team of the Season. For example, and I don't know this for sure, but let's say Samuel Eto'o is going to get a Team of the Season, but he also has the SBC FUT Birthdays card, or sorry, the FUT Birthday card. which one would come out of the pack, because EA have suggested that even though the birthday cards are out on the 8th, we don't get this pack until before the 14th, but it will still contain birthday cards. So I wonder if it already will have a predetermined set of players so that the birthday cards specifically can't have Team of the Year players, Team of the Season players. Yeah, I definitely think at this stage, from this stage onwards, it is absolutely worth holding on to packs for Team of the Season now. I think it's that time where we need to start the grind, start the pack grind, get the 82 upgrades ready, get the packs ready, clear your club out, get your coins ready, just prepare everything, In this final game, guys, we end up winning this. I only lost 2 games in Division 1, but because I drew 1 as well, I'm unable to win the title now, which is a shame. But I was playing some good FIFA, but this formation was just letting me down a couple times. Defensively, maybe my own defense problems, but I wasn't overly pleased with the formation. But I want to talk about the team, and again, we're going to start fresh. I'm going to build a fresh, brand new team, and we'll see what we can do with it and see how well we play with it leading into this weekend's FUT Champions. So this is going to be the end of the gameplay, guys. I will be right back. Alright guys, so as you would have heard and as you would have seen by the title of the video, it is time for a change. Another one. I don't know why I said another. I do that thing, don't I, where I say things twice for no good reason. Don't know why I do it. Really annoys me that I do it. Can't stop it. There's not a lot to be said for me needing... daily test. I don't want people to think this is like a good team and stuff, so I don't want to call it like FUT Champions, so we'll call it daily test. Think maybe they'll be like, oh, maybe he's in the daily knockouts. I want to go back to, like, this is where I'm confused, right? This is where I don't understand what I'm doing. I'm firmly of the belief, after using several players ranging from Ashley Williams to Team of the Year Sergio Ramos, from Cristiano Ronaldo to Anthony Martial, to Theo Walcott, to Zlatan Ibrahimovic, from Kyle Walker to inform Kyle Walker, Hector Bellerin, Seamus Coleman, Alonso, Gael Clichy, in midfield, Paul Pogba, Kevin De Bruyne. I've used everything, from the highest of the highest to the lowest of the reasonable low players. I've used it all, and there is not much difference. I've very rarely come across a player or a team where I've felt this is the difference, this is the truth. So I started experimenting with playing players off chem, and I'm very happy with that. But what I want to do here is just build a team again that fits the meta function of FIFA for this weekend, ignoring the players that I'm going to be leaving out. Because I've got a problem on this account, and it's a good problem. The problem is I've got too many goddamn players that are really, really good. I can't use them all. People say use 2 teams, and I might use 2 teams. What we'll do first and foremost is we'll build 1 team. Now, I'm not forced, but inclined to go BPL to start with, because I've got the most BPL players. At fullback, we've got some options. Kyle Walker, I don't believe, is as good as Hector Bellerin. Coleman has got better stats than Bellerin, but the pace is not quite the same. It's really interesting because Coleman with the Shadow card does go to 94 pace. And of course 99 defending. And Bellerin with Sentinel gets a nice boost for defending and physical. He feels faster. It's so hard to explain, but he feels faster. And so with that, I'm going to go with Hector Bellerin at right back. Again, we're going to build a meta team. In at centre back, I'm going to go with Ogbonna. Now, if I did 2 teams, I could do Ogbonna and Reed in team 1, or Ogbonna and Smalling, or Ogbonna and Bailly, and then I could do the other 2 centre-backs that I'm not using in the other team. It'd be interesting to see which one I should do, because if I did Ogbonna and Bailly in this team, this defence would be frighteningly fast. You know, the 97 pace of Bellerin, we get 95 on Ogbonna and 93, I believe it goes to, on Eric Bailly. That's a fast team. But do I want to put all my eggs in one basket, and then use Reed and Smalling? Although I've thoroughly enjoyed the Reed and Smalling partnership before, so let's do that. Let's build that as a defence, and then Alonso will be my number 1 left back, and that is the defence done. And that's a pretty good defence, even if I do say so myself. We've got a lot of pace in this defence. We've got a good goalkeeper in De Gea. It's a good backbone for the team. Relatively low rated, 83s across the board, with Bailly an 82. So for those of you that do believe in handicap, this team obviously is going to fit into that zone. Now for the midfield, this is where we start to have problems, isn't it? Because your boy NepentheZ does love a good wrong 'un in midfield. Now in terms of picking the midfielders, you want a defensive-minded midfielder. I'm going to take Fernandinho, and the reason why I'm going to take Fernandinho, not because I necessarily believe that he fits or doesn't fit specifically, but because everyone loses their mind over Kante in midfield. When we compare Fernandinho to the regular version of Kante that most people use, 2 less pace, 1 less defending, 2 less physical, better dribbling, better passing, better shooting, and Kante is 5'7", medium high, 3-star, 3-star, whereas Fernandinho is 5'9", medium high, 4-star, 3-star. So Fernandinho has a bit more of an edge. So put Fernandinho in. Now if we switch to a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, we've got our 1 CDM. Perfect. He's not the tallest, but people don't necessarily use the tallest. So now we want 2 creative attacking midfielders. Let's go for my club, special, high to low, Premier League. So we want 2 creative, I want midfielders as well. Let's go for midfielders. 2 creative attacking midfielders. Could use Firmino. I do like that Emre Can card. Dele Alli. I don't know about Lukaku. We're going to leave him out for now. Same with Costa, same with Kane. Balassi, Chadley, not interested in those. And then let's go for the forwards. Ibrahimovic, Hazard, Arnautovic, Sterling, Son, Mane, Walcott. These are all just attacking-minded players. So, of our creative ones, maybe I go Firmino. And then I could either go with another attacking-minded player in Dele Alli, who's got decent stats, or we could go with Emre Can. In fact, if we compare Emre Can, see Emre Can compared to Fernandinho, same pace, less shooting, 1 less dribbling, but more physical, more defending, and more passing. It's weird because the medium high of Fernandinho is what makes him interesting, and the medium of Can is big. Now I could do this. Have 2 defensive-minded midfielders, because now with this as a midfield, if I go 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, I could put Fernandinho in at centre defensive midfielder, Roberto Firmino and Emre Can on the outsides, and then the Cam and the 2 strikers will be my 3 attacking players. If I switch to the 4-2-3-1, I could put Can and Fernandinho in at CDM, Firmino up at Cam, the 2 wingers will go as the outside cams and the striker will stay at the striker. It's a much better setup. I think this would be the better midfield. And again, relatively low rated players. An 83, an 84 and an 85. Then in at the left forward slot, guys, we're going with Eden Hazard. No 2 ways about it. Striker's an interesting one because we've got options here. And the options that we've got are going to be determined by what, again, we believe would be part of the meta. And then at right forwards, we could use Sterling. We could also use Theo Walcott or Mane 84. We've got some options. It's another catch-22 because with Mane and Sterling, Mane's got 4-star skill moves. His stamina is not great, and he's got a 3-star weak foot. Theo Walcott has got 3-star, 3-star, and he's obviously got good pace, good physicals, and so on and so forth. But then Sterling has got 4-star skill moves, but only a 2-star weak foot. So I don't know. I don't know which one I'd want here. Let's take a look at all of them. High to low, right wing. Let's take a look at the 3 and compare stats. So Theo Walcott, they all have 95 pace. Sterling has a better dribbling and the same shooting as Mane. The passing, we'll give passing a faux pas. We'll say passing is basically the same. We'll also not include defending because defending is kind of negligible. Walcott has a better shooting marginally. They have the same pace. Sterling has the better pace. The better dribbling. Mane has the much better physicals. terms of height and work rates, high, medium 5'7", high, medium 5'9", medium 5'9". So Mane and Sterling probably have the better work rates. And then in terms of skill moves and weak foot, we've got 2-star, 4-star, and we've got 3-star, 4-star. So it's very plausible that Mane might be the better player. So let's throw Mane in there. And of course we can use Walcott and or Sterling in the second team if we build a second team. So that's the lineup so far. I like it. I do like it. It looks strong. There's a lot of really good players in there. A lot of players that I enjoy using. And then last but not least, we need the striker. Now, because I've already converted so many players out of the striker position, we have quite a lot of players that can play striker that aren't strikers right now, because I haven't necessarily been playing some of them at midfield, but I've been starting them as a midfielder and then converting them. So in terms of our striker options, we've got a lot. We have a hell of a lot of striker options. And they're pretty much the whole reserve right now. We could play Ibrahimovic at striker. He's been great for me, but he lacks that pace, that edge in pace. He lacks that edge in pace, I will say that. One of the main reasons why I stopped using him was because of that, just the fact that from time to time, I was sat there like, damn man, if he had a little bit more pace, he would have been able to get away from that attacker and would have scored goals. However, what he does do is he wins the ball for me very well in the attack. Now, if we started with this team, we could start with this squad. It's a good squad. If we switch to 4-1-2-1-2, we put Fernandinho in at CDM, Firmino and Chan on the outsides, Eden Hazard in at cam, Mane and Ibra at striker. If we switch to the 4-2-3-1, we put Fernandinho and Chan in down at CDMs, Firmino at cam, Hazard and Mane as the outside cams, and Ibrahimovic stays as a striker. However, we could start with Raheem Sterling up front and just go for pace. Walcott up front and go for pace. We could start with Heung-min Son. If and when Heung-min Son gets that 4-star skill move upgrade, I think he might just become my striker. 6 foot tall, high work rates, 5-star, 4-star, great, well-rounded stats. I think he might be the man. You know what I mean? He might be the man. But for the time being, I think Anthony Martial might be the man. And I also think it's an interesting one, because Martial is 6 foot tall, high, medium, 4-star, 4-star. I like a high attacker. But I think Hazard might be better suited as a striker, just because he's got much better shooting. He's got less physical, less defending, less pace. Way better shooting and way better passing and way better dribbling. It's an interesting one. And again, if we do it like this, if we set these three as the strikers, no matter what formation we swap into, we've got good options. We've got defensive midfielders, we've got midfielders by way of Chan and Firmino, and then we've got a great attacking creative sense. So let's say that this is our team. This is our first team. Do we like this team, guys? Do you like this team? I think this sort of team could just be fantastic. And it would be hard to use this team because Lukaku, not in the team. Costa played so many games for us, over 500, not in the team. Dele Alli, not in the team. Sterling, not in the team. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, not in the team. But this is where I have my problem. My problem is, do I build a team that I know is an effective meta team? Because that's what this is. This is a meta team. This is the team that, like, Firmino is basically Pogba and Fernandinho is basically Kante. Like, this is a meta team. You know what I mean? Like, this team fits every aspect of the game. We got a lot of good stuff out of this. But what we're missing out on are fun players. So what I tried to do last weekend, that I kind of did do and didn't do at the same time, was build a team for fun and see how many wins I could get off of it. Because if I was able to get good enough win rate, I would still build fun teams. I did get a good enough win rate. I got 25 wins with 3 games left. I could have got as many as 28 wins. And interestingly, I had 25 wins with 6 games left. So I could have got as many as 31 wins. And I don't want to say this is or isn't the reason, but I played so many games late on Sunday night that my final games, I lost 3 in a row of the last 6. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd been playing FIFA literally for about 8 hours straight, flat out with no breaks. I was so tired. I was playing bad because of that, and I was getting frustrated because I lost 1 game. If I build a team for fun and spread my games like cleverly, can I get 30 wins out of that? Or do I need to go to a team like this to try and get 30 wins out of this? I don't know. So do we build this team and then have a bench? Because we got some players, man. Special high to low. Look at the players that we're not putting into this team. Just even the highest rated ones. Forget the ones to watch cards, they're investments. Oh man, there's just so many players here that are absolutely incredible in this game that we're not using. Lacazette, Etu, I've enjoyed. Nainggolan needs to get in the team. Seamus Coleman needs to go in the team. That already we filled up the whole set. So we're missing out on... Who else would I put on the bench here? I'd put Dele Alli on the bench. I'd put Giovinco on the bench. I'd put Al Sommer on the bench. I would put Sterling, Son and Walcott on the bench. There's so many good players here. There are so many good players that we're missing out on. But this is my bench. We are missing out on Luis Suarez, who's great. Ibrahimovic, who's great. Harry Kane, I might just be using him wrong. I don't enjoy him. I played 55 games with him. I don't enjoy him. I don't think he fits into the team very well. He doesn't fit in as a midfielder. He doesn't fit in as a striker. Again, it's a situation where if you compare him to Ibra, I think he's got better stats, yeah. So he's got better shooting, better passing, better dribbling, better defending, the same physical and better pace. But what he doesn't have is the height and the 4-star. So in that essence, Ibra is the better striker of the two, just because he has 4-star, and he's got way more height. I think Harry Kane has better work rates. But these are two players then that Kane doesn't fit the meta because he doesn't have 4-star skill moves. Ibra doesn't fit the meta because he doesn't have the pace. So we can count those two out. This Fernando Torres card is phenomenal. And he's got a mix, right? Because he's got the pace, dribbling and shooting. He's got the good physicals, good passing. He's got good height. His work rates are okay. And he's got a 4-star weak foot. The only thing that Torres is missing is 4-star skill moves. But he stays. Romelu Lukaku is another one, very much like Fernando Torres. Good height, decent work rates, 4-star, 3-star, very well-rounded stats. He stays. Let's compare Costa to Lukaku. Lukaku literally abuses him in every single stat. Which is interesting because I played Costa at centre midfield for so long that I wonder if I could get away with playing Lukaku at centre midfield. High, medium, 6'2". And in fact, Lukaku might be an even better centre midfielder just because of medium work rates. Let's compare him to the other midfielders. So he beats Chan everywhere except defending. He beats Roberto Firmino literally every single stat. And he beats Fernandinho in every stat instead of defending. The problem again is Lukaku as a centre midfielder would work here because he beats Firmino everywhere, except for the fact that he doesn't have 4-star skill moves. But I would probably try that, to be fair. I might do that. That looks a bit more interesting to me. El Shaarawy, I've been a little bit under impressed with him, but I've been playing him in very weird positions constantly. Let's say we get rid of Costa as well. Off the team. Lacazette is definitely a sub because he's a solid sub. The same with Nainggolan and Coleman. So if I were to build a team, guys, to try and get as many wins as possible, I think this might be the good team with a good bench. What do you guys reckon? Do you guys reckon this is solid? It's a decent team. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got a solid bench. The bench has got pace. It's got defenders. It's got strong midfielders. It genuinely, again, it has an absolute little bit of everything. Let's set this this bench up correctly. We'll put the premium SBCs at the start because they are the premium SBCs after all. And then the SBCs and then the red cards. But that as a bench contains a little bit of everything, and that as the team contains a little bit of everything. Now, what I could do is have this team as like our solid meta team. And then also build a second team as a fun team and then rotate them and play 20 games with each and literally rotate them individually, one for one, and maybe mark down the results of each team and see which one performs better over the course of 20 FUT Champs games. In fact, I might do that. So I'm going to end the episode here And what we're going to do is, at the start of the next episode, we're going to build the second team. And then we'll go either into Foot Champs with that, or I'll play a division. I'll play out the rest of Division 1 because I think I just need one win in Division 1 now to hold the title. Oh, I still need four points. So yeah, what we'll do is, the start of the next episodes, we'll build a team. We'll play a division game with each of them, and I'll cut it out and cut the highlights out, and we'll see where it goes. But this, guys, is going to be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.